Makes me feel good about things. Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, guardians, or whatever you gender identify as. Um, we're back. New year, same Iron Lords. It's your boy Jay, aka D's. Uh, guys, introduce yourselves. They already know who you are, but knock out.
What's going on? I'm just kidding. What's up, Cassius? CashusBucks, instant transmission. If you've heard of a little YouTube channel that I'm trying to do,
look,
you
look,
might be
look,
watching that on there right now.
little something, something.
A little something. Definitely.
So much,
I
so
like
much
it.
enthusiasm. I mean, what? Well, I need you to be pumped.
So
Okay, what's
much.
good with you? All right. So we had a short hiatus. Obviously, with the holiday season, we all got focused on some other things. But now we're back, and we're really just gonna go over some of the new things we're gonna be looking at for the new year. Some of the news we got, updates that are coming, things that we're excited for, and things that we're hoping for to come for Destiny 2 and going forward.
So
With
true.
that being said,
Because
uh,
we got a lot of hopes. Not that
there you go.
anything completely terrible has been going on, but we just we want to see the game grow. Got a lot of got a lot of things, a lot of room for improvement.
Definitely. Now, so just to get it out the way, a lot of people, obviously, well, the climate right now for Destiny 2 is, to say the least, not in the best of states. But for those of us who actually enjoy the game, the lore, and some of the things that well, a lot of the things we tend to enjoy, which is the camaraderie, because the game could still suck, but first and foremost, the thing that we tend to enjoy the most is the the playing with each other. Luckily, the game doesn't suck. It has its moments, but
It does.
we definitely hoping for the best, and we see a lot of good things on the horizon. So we're just gonna go over some of those things. Obviously, we got a faction rally coming up, and with that, I'm gonna let Max speak on it a little bit, and then I'm gonna get into some of the things that we're gonna be looking forward to, and hopefully we get a dual run of some faction and some Iron Banner at the same time, because that shit would be baller. So go ahead, Max.
That's what we're really hoping for. That would be nice. Officially, yeah, like, and it'd be nice if they did. It would be really nice because that's
Oh, you know they're gonna do it like that. You know they're gonna do it like that. You know what? I think we have a lot of opportunities now to grow more because as much as people are like, well, we're not playing the game as much. We got a lot of Christmas news, bro. A lot of Christmas news. So with that sales increase for the game, that there's a big opportunity for us to sit there and push a little bit more on the developers, and kind of get our point across on how to keep the player base that we previously had. And at the end of the day, most people are going to come back to it anyway every time a DLC drops, whether it's to complain about it or just to play it. So I'm hoping it's more along the lines of us to be talking about how amazing it is rather than how shitty it is.
Yeah, and it just seems like it just needs a focus. Like I don't know what is on their whiteboard. You know what I mean? Like up in that office, like they're like, all right, this is our goal for the season or for the year or whatever. But they need to erase that and just all the stuff that they're trying to hold back on the trickle and stuff. Just go ahead and give us stuff to do you know, remove some things from certain areas, make some quests, make better drops and stuff for people to just jump in here with. I mean, I hate to say it, but these guys need to start playing some other games that are out there. Like, you know, me and D's talk about it often. Like Division has, they're locking it down. Like every do gets you gear. You jump on there and there's a week worth of content for you to do every week in
Every
that
week.
game. Like, and you don't have to do the same thing twice. And don't get me wrong, that's because it's at, you know, year 3 or year 2.5 or whatever of being the same game. So, you know, it's hard to say for this to get to have that much content, but they could do it. You know, if they just spread out the things and put some thought into it, we could have so much more to do in this game rather than just, you know, the same old things every week.
That's absolutely true.
Mm-mm. Yep. Yeah, you definitely mentioned that. Right. Yeah.
Well, that was
And it,
something that I wanted to get into, but something I wanted to talk about just for the sake of talking about was the new news to find out that in the middle of development of Destiny 2, they uh, they
oh
made story
yeah.
changes, so they completely wiped it from what they were originally gonna do,
They
and
did the Destiny 1 thing. Like,
yep, and that's where I feel
things
like we're
kind of
having
got
the same
some
problem.
frustration.
It is extremely frustrating. But yeah, if you notice, it's the same problem. Yeah, it's the same problem you have with
Yeah,
Destiny
it's
2.
just been talked about lately. Yeah, about this game actually got fully worked on for about 16 months, not even the full time that we expected it to be worked on.
Exactly.
Like some things got completely wiped and reworked, similar to what happened in Destiny 1, like almost like to the T. And it's like, really? Like, why would you even allow it to get to that point, you guys? Like, but it's kind of why things seem yet again where we're at an end game that doesn't seem as complete as it could have been, especially where, you know, with what we've had in the past.
And that's
But
that's something that I think, now that we know, um, we can definitely call it for what it is, which is, a missed opportunity, definitely.
oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And we've already experienced this with Destiny 1. We remember what it was. You know what I'm saying? No one's going to sit here and say Destiny 1 story was anything but fucking terrible to begin with. You know what I mean? But it grew into something amazing relatively quickly.
It's always been the lore. It's always just been what's happened like behind the scenes. Like it always seems so damn interesting. Even now, you know, the thing with that nice fancy helmet you got right there for Saint 14, like they got a cool story about somebody that we've heard a lot about,
Yeah.
you know, over the years, and they nail it. It's like they nail it with some things, and it's like pin that up on the board. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
it's like,
that whole scenario, even before it dropped, the fact that they had a room where there's a tiny triangle you can peek through, and there he was. We didn't know what it was going on. Is it Saint 14? Could it be? You know, that stuff is amazing. You know what I mean? That's the type of stuff that I show up for this game, like every couple of days, every week, when I'm like, oh man, what hidden thing in this game don't we know? Like they don't do enough of that. The
and I think
wonder
that's
is just like,
that's
left
always
out.
been their miss. Is the things that they do well, they don't do well enough. Not so much they don't do well enough, they don't do it consistently. Like, if you give
Yeah,
us more of
yeah.
that, I doubt people would be as upset or as irritated as they are now. You know what I mean? And that's where I feel like it's coming from. Because a lot of people's main critiques of the game are out of love. I mean, it's not. Of course, you get those.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you get those jerk offs who be like, "Oh, the game just fucking sucks." All right, but you're playing it. You're on the forums. You're sitting here critiquing it. Obviously, that's not the case. But a lot of it is, I really want to play this game, so make it so that I can, and it doesn't feel so stagnant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because not everyone has, a great, community of people to play with, unlike us, because we're fucking amazing. But
Right.
so it's kind of difficult to have that. So I definitely understand where people come from with that. Where if I want to play the game, I want to play a game that feels complete. That the shit that's going on and it makes sense.
You just want it all to kind of just be connected. It's really I think they missed out on, and from what I heard too, in that thing that we were talking about earlier, Max, and this I'll kind of backtrack a sec, but the whole them wiping the game clean is fine, taking all of our gear, doing all that, but wiping everything out, the planets that we used to, the events and the things that we used to have, getting rid of that was a real bad idea, and making it, it's so bad. Like, they should have just made this game, Destiny 2, with everything that we had from Destiny 1, just, cleaned up with it, because the game looks beautiful. Like, don't get me wrong, Destiny 2 looks way better. I mean, Destiny 1 was an amazing looking game, and this game looks fantastic. I really want the upgrade in visual quality. Like, I want that. But take everything that we had and put it on here, and the backtrack, that's what they were going to do. That's what ended up getting wiped at that 16th month thing ago that happened.
That's why
they were going to do
there
that.
And did the data dumps, they saw all this shit planned for all the planets that were already on.
Cosmodrome.
Exactly.
Yep.
They saw all of that there because it was supposed to be here. And to come to
So
find out that
we
we
were
missed
gonna
out
get
on
that.
that for something fucking stupid, and it has a lot to do, as much as people are bitching about Bungie, I honestly feel it has a lot to do with Activision, because at the end of the day, Activision's a publisher. Their main focus is money. And I'm not knocking anyone's hustle, but give me something to want to be involved in. You know what I'm saying? Give me something to want to play, and then I'll give you my money. I have no issues giving you my money. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it's worth it, I'll give it.
Yeah.
And I think all of us
they want
like
it to
that.
be like a certain way. They're just like, nah, if you guys have all that stuff, they're like, do that on Destiny 3. Like, I could see them saying that you want to do that, make this one, don't give them what they want, get them all excited, and then when Destiny 3 comes around, put everything from Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 into Destiny 3 so they can access it all. Watch. Dude, I can see Activision saying that. It just seems like an Activision move, like, because so they can maximize that money. Because why do that now? Because then people won't want them to do it. In the third time around, there won't be a reason to completely remake a Destiny 3 when they can just expand it all to hell.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Expand 2 all to hell. Like you said, you don't want to knock somebody's hustle, but damn it, man, they love that money. Money. Gotta have
Like I said, I don't knock that portion of it. You know what I'm saying? Get the bread, but man, bro,
Yeah.
I fuck up something I love for it. You know what I mean? Like, I fuck with
Because it's like, it could be so much better. Like, oh, they could be making so much more money. People would never put this game down. If we had all the access to all the old raids and the things that we had before, people would be playing this shit all the time. Every week, you telling me that we can vault a glass and do the stuff we've been doing? Sign me up. Right now.
But you know what? At the end of the day, the reason why they act like that about it is because of the service space it would require, and the things that come along with that. That's where the beefs come up. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like that until you say something. But you know, let's get into some of the things that's been going on. Since the last time we were on, we were talking about Trials of Osiris. Obviously, the CLC just dropped. We talked about the things that we liked. We focused more on the things that we liked. But
for a second.
we're gonna talk about the Dawning a little bit and what we felt about that. I'll start off.
Definitely,
I actually
definitely.
didn't
Which
mind the
has
Dawning.
been interesting.
Obviously, I don't spend no bread on any of my games, so let's keep that out there. And I've gotten some of the gear pieces without having to spend a dime.
Yeah. And what he's talking about, folks, is like paying money outside of the $60 entrance fee that a game gives you, like paying for a loot box or paying for a skin or whatever currency that would be real money turned into video game money.
We don't do that
what he's
around
talking about.
We don't advocate that.
But yeah. And I mean, and there was some, there's some things in there, but yeah, I'm with you. It wasn't anything that I felt like I was gonna buy. I got as many pieces as I could on the time that I played, and it's definitely cool. I mean, not yet again, but I'm still kind of more of an advocate of where some of this stuff should be out there in the game as drops, not inside of loot boxes. But
agreed.
It was another reason to load the game up, at least once a week to try to do a couple of things daily if you could. But
No, I definitely agree with that. I've been a big proponent of never spending any money on any of these fucking games. Well, I'll admit this one. Destiny 1, I did spend a little bit of money, and I think it was just to get some dances. That was it.
It was actually the Drake.
Yes, the
Hotline Bling dance. I remember exactly what dance it is.
Yep, I did that. That was me. I also sat there and put that shit on my gram of my Guardian Hotline Bling to the song. But what I mean is like that was complete bullshit. There was no reason for that. That didn't increase my game in any way. It did nothing for me.
Oh yeah, it did. It made every kill that much more enjoyable because people that got killed got that bling.
They definitely got that bling.
Every time that these got that kill, it was great.
That shit was pretty fucking amazing. But yeah, I don't spend money, especially after now, the debacle that was Battlefront. That shit really changed people's views of the gaming industry and how ridiculous these motherfuckers can be when it comes to trying to get your money. Now, because of that, and this is where I say this all the time, that it's good that we're vocal, because it changes things for the best. So, for instance, if we weren't vocal about that, by the time I started playing Battlefront, it wouldn't be as good of a gameplay experience as I'm having right now. Like, I'm not mad.
Yeah, because the community is a little bit more even though, it probably got a couple of, stragglers out the gate. But yeah, it's a much more balanced, game that you're playing right now.
You know what I'm saying? That's why, constructive criticism is always the best kind of criticism, instead of just being a dick about shit. Saying, if you guys want to keep that in there and still give people an opportunity, for instance, because there are those people out there who don't have the time to play the game and be like, I want to throw a little bit of bread into the game to get some of these things, and still feel like I can have a fun experience. And that's fine. But making it so that the people who don't have, one, the means, or two, the desire to spend the money on a fucking video game, that play to win shit is horrible, bro. You know what I mean? So I honestly think that, the way it is now, I think it's a little bit better, especially for gamers on our end.
Yeah, it's got to be reduced back to just on cosmetic only. No actual gear, like no vehicles, no this and that. They just got to dial it up to, if it's going to be shaders, then fine. If you want it to be shaders only, then whatever. Make people pay money for shaders and just make it that. But it's got to be a cosmetic type of thing, kind of like how For Honor handles it a little bit, I think. You want to make emotes cost money. Anytime you're expressing yourself, well, get out of here. That's it. But everything else, you earn it in game. It's a quest. It's a currency. It's something you can buy because, you know, like you said, not everybody has the time to be able to do all that extra stuff to go farther. But when you make the game easier for somebody to, you know, do that because of not, it ends up back in that imbalance thing. I don't know. That's how I feel about it.
Nah, I definitely, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
I don't think that we should be sitting there at a disadvantage because someone decided to give EA or Activision fucking $100. You know what I'm saying? to be
Right.
assholes. You dig what I mean? Like I don't see that as something that I should fucking be sitting here and penalized for. I should be able to bust that ass regardless.
No doubt. Yep.
Guardian down.
Yep.
And that's the
Yeah,
other thing.
it's still
Like, I wouldn't
rolling
mind
for
us
it.
going back to the if I want something specific, I can just buy it. That's cool, especially for cosmetics.
Yeah.
I think that's a better system than the
It,
fucking.
it should be. No more roll. Get rid of the slot machine.
Yeah,
Slot
like,
machine's got to go.
I
I'm
don't
giving
even
you
like
money.
gambling.
I want to buy something.
I don't even like
with my
gambling in
money.
Vegas like that, bro. You fucking with me while I'm home? Like, come on, son.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying?
You're like,
if
and
you
I
wanted
live
to
there.
do- you know what I mean? Like just what the fuck? But yeah, I don't know.
Nah, no doubt.
I don't know. I think
I
there's a lot
I
of
think they
things.
got a long talk to kind of have with it. It seems like they get it. I mean, it seems like every forum post, things all over Reddit, all over Bungie. People aren't happy with the Eververse thing, and you know whether or not they're going to go full Battlefront with it and just move it all together. I definitely don't think that's going to be a thing because they're going to leave it in there. But seeing that, but the whole get out of here. Hold on. Oh, shoot right now. You know what I mean? It doesn't have a place. Not now. Maybe next September when Deez was saying that there should be a larger update that we'll be facing at that point. Maybe. You know, go ahead and start moving some things in there. Say, hey, you guys, you know, you paid your DLC. We've gone through that first season of this. Rather than have you pay another $30 or $40 for this, we want to go ahead and kick Eververse back into full gear, and we're going to start putting a couple of things in there. And now if you start, you know, using it the way it was intended, now we're back on that whole schedule. I'm down. Totally down. You know what I mean?
wouldn't have minded that if they waited longer. If they didn't shove it down
Yeah.
your fucking throat right off the rip, I probably
Day
would have been more
one.
okay with it. You know, and
Yeah.
I would have been like, well, damn, kid, you know what I'm saying? I got all this shit, but all this new shit look fire. I want that too. That's how you get people fucking hyped up
Yep.
about it. You know what I mean? How you get them bought in. Like, I'm gonna be more inclined to sit there and want to spend my money with you if, like I said, in Destiny 1, I didn't have that issue. You know what I'm saying? I wanted one fucking dance. I was gonna get that goddamn dance, and that was it. And I did so. But
Right.
I don't want to feel like, god damn, so I'm like, all you want is my bread, bro? I thought we had a relationship. Like,
Right?
you know what I mean?
I'm here
Like,
every Tuesday, the raid, and you're going to take my money every,
You gonna take
like,
my-
really? It's like
Is
that?
this how you gonna treat me, son? Like I thought we had a relationship. Like y'all worse than like fucked up relationships. You know that motherfucker who sleeps on your couch or that bro who take all your money. Like,
Yeah.
like that's how you treat
I'm getting
me,
nothing
son.
out of this relationship.
Nothing.
I'm getting nothing out of this.
Some cold-hearted shit.
I don't like it.
But overall, like, you know, I personally, I'll say it again, I like the Dawning. For those who didn't, I'm sorry. Mayhem was fun. Obviously, that was something from Destiny 1.
Oh, God. I miss Mayhem.
Mayhem was fucking fun. You know, I had a ball with
Mayhem
it.
is the shit as always.
So, you know, for them to have brought it back, though we should have had it to begin with, you know, you can complain about it or you can say what it is. Like, I enjoyed it. I'm glad it was back. You know,
Oh, yeah.
the Nova Bomb. Oh, that
Who?
they just made it
Who,
easy.
you mean
They
me?
stay still. Oh, wow, you're an asshole.
What you mean me? Oh my God, that was the best. That was the most. No, never the problem ever. It seemed like people realized what it was. They know that it's going to be going, you know, soon. So it wasn't that big a deal. But it was. I've never felt so powerful in my life. Just I stood back in the room. about this size, and I just sat back on a pillar and I just fired on just fucking tracking Nova Bomb after tracking Nova Bomb. By the time the game was all said and done, I fired 300. It said I shot 1. I was like, this is amazing. Super broken, but yeah, but it'll never happen again. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that you get in Destiny, like some of those cool moments where, you know, you're like, remember that time when the fucking the Nova Bomb was broke and you can throw 300 of it in a round? So good. So good. It was.
But yeah, you get stuck having to stay still when you do that shit, so I just use my golden gun and fucking kill them. And you can golden gun.
And there's a way to get around it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can golden gun through a Nova Bomb. If you
can get a team of hunters and tether everybody to bits. Yep, you could sword. My Warlock sword ability, which I'll do in a second, or I've been doing if you've been watching my stream, my side of the angle. You can totally chop right through it with that. So there's a ways to get through it, but I'm glad it wasn't. I want that to be it like every time. When Rumble comes back or Mayhem comes back, I want the Nova Bomb to be super broke again.
Dude, I had fun
break
with that.
Everybody's super.
The lens, I thought was fucking great. The Prometheus lens, I thought that was fun as fuck.
Oh yeah, the Prometheus lens being broke, also fun.
Like, you know, we kind of forget that sometimes when shit doesn't work right, makes it way more fun.
Oh yeah, it's so much more fun. Yeah, it was literally Disco Inferno in the in the Crucible, literally because it's a solar burn gun.
That's exactly what that shit was.
And lasers everywhere.
It was
great.
Tag. That shit was fucking amazing.
It was. Trials was super broken that weekend. Everything. I mean, break the game every now and then. We're overpowered like zombie spacemen. Like, come on, let us wild out a little bit every now and then.
Let's have some fucking fun with it. But that's the type of shit that needs to happen. And you know, it's sad that we're in a spot now that we can't really get to enjoy it. And you know, like I said, we can always talk about the missteps, but we also have to point out the things that they're doing well. You know, obviously, you know, with you know the raid layers, shit like that. You know, as much as we bitched about it, I thought it was overall pretty good.
Yeah,
the raid layers fun.
It's Crota. It's essentially Crota size raid. You know, we will one day get the mechanics down so that we can actually run it the speed or the time of a Crota raid. But yeah, they can put another. Let's see. Right now we have the longer one, so this would be the vault for the most part, time-wise. You know, this one. The next one's Crota. So if they can get another one a little bit longer than what they have for now, it'd be a nice package, but they're going to have to bring a full raid soon. People aren't going to take the layers for long, but no, solid idea. So
I think the raid layer is going to last one more, and then in that September update, for whatever they try to push to us, that's going to be a whole new raid.
Yeah.
And you know, honestly, even if they were to sit there and rehash the same shit we had before and add it to this game, that would be the most baller shit they could do. You know, everyone bitch, why am I sitting here and I don't have all this stuff from D1? Now, also, we kind of have to take into consideration that's going to cost a lot of fucking money for vault space, shit like that, because that's server space that's required. You know, having all this game up, we're not a monthly subscription base.
Right.
You know, like a fucking WoW or any of the online massive multiplayer fucking RPGs are that have money on Flux for that, you know what I mean? Or even a single player campaign where they don't have to worry about that type of shit because everything's saved to your actual console. When you think about it like that, you can understand why is it that they do certain things. But
right.
So I don't know, for me it's a certain level of understanding that I have.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, we were focused over here. We got rigging run down over here.
Yeah, I was trying to get us the fucking chest for this week before the fucking thing.
Dude, no, I'm gonna hear. Let me switch to my art. We're getting this. I'm gonna get it.
I've gotten the same suit like 4 times.
Yeah, you have. I was like, okay, we're gonna accidentally get it one time. I'm like, nope, I'm gonna have to get serious. So let me go ahead and actually suit up. Yeah, we can use this thing for my rift and get rifty real with it.
All right, so
Have to get rifty in here.
we went over the
Rifty.
we went over the dawning. We went over pretty much everything for that first part. So now we can start getting into some of the new things that are going to be popping off.
Yeah. Oh, before we do that, Masterworks.
Yes.
I did want to talk about those. Not bad. The light is shining with these Masterworks. Like, they are a great idea. You get to personalize a gun. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry. They didn't break everything by making everything, you know, God roll for everything again. You get one nice little extra perk on your gun. But the light, just being able to have all of those extra orbs just running around, man, I feel like, again, I feel powerful. You know, that's the whole fantasy with this game. It's like feeling stronger than the things that I don't mind if I'm overwhelmed. If it takes 500 of these guys to take me down, I'm fine with it. You know what I mean? As long as I feel powerful while I'm doing it. And these guns really help with that. I really gotta give them up. Like you're saying, we gotta shout out to the things they're doing right. Masterworks are on that list. Gotta give it up to that. Yeah. You have definitely have a chance to see some in this actual video, you guys. So definitely get you some. If you don't got you a Masterwork, get you one.
How the fuck did he take him? He was dead.
Screw you, loyalists. All right, now we got a little cash that should be helping. There's no little cash. Where are you?
Right. I don't understand how the motherfucker pulled that off. That's bullshit.
It's gonna be down here. All right.
Guardian down.
Oh, you get off the fucking that one
yeah.
gun. Jesus, you've been talking about that shit this whole time. He's like, let me tell you about this gun I got, you don't.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? Anybody who has a meter right now, imagine it with explosive rounds. Yep. That's what he has. It is a truck.
He said, it's the bee's knees.
Heck yeah, it is.
Fuck, I died.
It is. The bee's knees. Yo, definitely a nice thing. I was actually showed it off at the beginning of the video, you guys. I'll chop that in right here on this part later on so you can see them again. But yeah, the weapons are definitely good. Yeah, they are improving. One thing that I wish they did, I think it was probably handled the best in the Siva raid, in the Wrath of the Machine, is the weapons from the raid should match the race that we're getting them from.
That I agree with.
Like everything should have looked like the Skyburners, like shit, like stuff, like, you know, the scouts should look like that, big oversized weapons, you know, for us, for everything, not these kind of golden lace. That's fine if they're gold, you know, like royal looking weapons, but not versions of our weapons, because that never really made sense to me. Like, you know, why would they have mildly changed versions of our weapons, like Crota's weapons? You know, they were our weapons just with like an overgrowth of like bone and stuff over them. They should have just been hive weapons.
Well, there was a reason for that. So I think that's what it was. When you look at the lore, you understand why.
Probably.
Yeah. So for instance, for the weapons that that we get from Callus for the raid, they're more based on the people in which he essentially enslaved. As his fucking, you know, as his personal fucking war, like his personal army type shit. So that's where they came from.
I wish it looked more like true. I
mean?
just wish they didn't look like our weapons. Like, why does he have a Hake or a Suros in his royal room? You know what I mean? Like that type of thing. But the weapons are nice. Oh, and bring back raid perks for fuck's sake. Jesus.
Yeah, they definitely need to do that. Now, a lot of people's complaints are the reskin of weapons. I personally don't like reskins of weapons either, unless the weapon was baller to begin with, and you give me a perk I wanted. Then I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But that's not as often as I would hope. So I definitely understand people's complaints and concerns with reskins. And we
But
also
seriously,
kinda
how
have
many
to-
versions of this Better Devils do you have? Like, how many guns look like the Better Devils? And you're like, oh, come on, like,
Yeah.
you know,
It
change
does get
them up a
frustrating.
little bit.
It does get frustrating. So I definitely can see that. My biggest thing there is people be like, well, Destiny 1 had so many more weapons, and you kind of forget where you compare it at. And once again, how do you compare it
That
to
was
Vault
3
Station?
years in.
Yeah, that was 3 years worth of weapons, bro. You know what I mean? That wasn't the fucking right off the rip, busting it out. Now, don't get me wrong. They even stated it that they got lazy. Creating content was hard. I can only imagine how hard that is. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you have a really tight deadline to get your game out, and you had to start from the drawing board. That doesn't excuse them, but that's their own fault.
No.
You know what I mean?
And that's when I wonder why developers and game companies don't rely on their communities more to help out, because you're not having an easy time coming up with a nice story reason for that to work. Look to your community. We're speculating stuff that typically end up being better than the end product anyway.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started on that shit.
Do use some of that stuff. Like use us. We're giving you gold in some of these things.
And they could have easily made it reached out to some of these the lore masters, these dudes who do fucking lore.
Yep.
Which take wild time into this shit, and have these great fucking hypotheses on how things go down, bro. They can turn into something amazing. You know what I'm saying? Give them some credits. I doubt they're gonna want to get paid like that. They're coming up with this content on their own right now, with just getting whatever monetary they can get from YouTube. So look at that. And like to me, I'm sorry.
No, come back, Max, come back. One more. You got him. Nice. Die, you bastard. Good shit.
For me, I think that would have been probably the smartest thing to do. Is you're right, Cassius, is reach out to the community, have the community kind of chime in. But that's not
help
something,
out. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's something that Activision was willing to do at the time.
Oh, we had to.
We definitely did have to. I'll get the other one now. Ah, fuck, who's shooting?
This seems like a great, very, very underused resource, especially because people are getting good with their stories, like with their own lore things that they're doing. Like you said, those lore masters are fantastic, man. Dude, I mean, they have great theories.
Videos I was watching of if he's a simulation or not. Yeah, my name is Fife. He killed it.
Yeah.
Marlon Games killed it too. Shout out to them.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely shout out to them. But yeah, they fucking killed it. They sat there, had me so fucking involved in it. I mean, I was like, God damn.
Dude, had you wondering, and then immediately it's people like that, and tell me this ain't true. As soon as you get done hearing that stuff, you just pop your game in. It's like they make you want to play the game. It's like, oh my God, this game, this is why I do this. This is why I suit up. This is why I want to raid and do this mess for like 5-6 hours with people and know that I'm not going to beat it because this game's amazing. For stuff like that.
That's exactly what it is. That's the easiest way to explain it. I think that you put it in the best form of words right there.
It is getting thick over here though right now. I don't know if you can come and help it. It's getting crazy.
I'll be there in a sec. Hold on. Jesus Christ. All right, I'll be there right now. He's throwing me into the wall. I had to switch. I'm rocking this shit. I really don't want to lose this shit.
Oh no, where's the thing?
I got it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, nice. Coming. Damn it, right at the last second.
Alright, I'm gonna switch up now.
They got so angry.
Let's go.
I really wish the rifts could be poisoned or something, man. That thing is... I like that this suit can make it explosive, but need a little bit more. You know, a healing rift is probably going to be a better idea too, Cash. I don't know if you want to stop. Awesome.
All right, so so it's time for some speculation station. So now that we know what the we already knew what the second DLC was going to be, which was going to have to do with the Warmind.
Rasputin.
Right, but now knowing some of just the overview of some of the shit that they were saying on PlayStation Network. How do you guys feel about that? Because some of it I think is bullshit. And then there's other portions that I know for a fact that are legit. So we know we're going to be on the ice caps of Mars. I'm just hoping that they bring back the Dust Palace.
Yeah. Just Mars, period. Just like bring all of Mars back. You know, maybe some parts got closed off, but yes. Dust Palace.
Give me the Dust Palace back. Bust out some of them old classic weapons. Unlike everybody else, I actually enjoy getting maybe 1 or 2 new exotics and a few of the older exotics back. I actually enjoy the older exotics. Like the fact that they brought Telesto, Jade Rabbit. Jade Rabbit I actually really do like. I know a lot of people are like it's not the same. And I'm fine with it not being the same.
Right.
The chain, the body to head doesn't really work very well in PvP, but in PvE, definitely is helpful. Especially when you're sitting there taking on a boss. Chaining that together actually works out a little better than sitting there and just trying to get headshot upon headshot or crit shot upon crit shot.
I know everybody's all focused on their job right quick, no doubt. Right. Do you think?
Yeah, I was talking, you know what I'm saying? Because you already know.
It's definitely got some interesting concepts to it. Now, again, like you're saying, it's Rasputin, it's with the war mines and whatnot, and supposedly the parts that we were not too sure about if are real or not real is it was supposed to be Charlemagne is the other war mine that's supposed to be
Charlemagne,
in the middle of
and
it.
if Anna Bray's gonna be in it and all that other shit. They're not 100% sure. Some people say that it's bullshit, others say that it's legit. Obviously we won't know until we get closer to March.
I'll kill that thing in a second, Andy. Oh, too late.
I personally don't give a fuck. I just want it already.
True that.
Like, you can tell me whatever the fuck you want. I just want to shoot this motherfucker. Whoever it is, doesn't matter who it is, that motherfucker needs to be shot. And I want to be the dude to shoot.
No, don't touch it. Don't touch it, you bastard.
Guardian down.
Oh, writer or something. Story
director, contact director or something like that for the story. Correct. So it's correct, not moving him away. I think that's coming. That's coming for the second part of the DLCs. No. So here's where it comes down to. Now think about how much more flushed out that would have been if they gave it the time it deserved. You know what I mean? I think that's where the real issue comes up for a lot of people, including myself. No, I think, like I said, I think that has a lot to do with Activision and what they place on.
Like more to do with that gap that they ended up giving themselves, like kind of pushed it back. I think the story director is there to, because the story's good, but it's disconnected in the sense of like, you know, the Osiris stuff happens only on Mars, but it doesn't really affect the rest of the game. But if they had a story person that was in charge of like all of it, you know what I mean, like one person, then I think it'll all link together better. I think they want the story, like all of it, to work, to flow a little bit better. I don't think it's that they're bringing them in to change it. I think they're bringing it in so it's more cohesive when it's all said and done. feel that the next DLC might be more connected with this because of stuff like that. Like, has a better possibility of that. At least that's what I think they're doing.
And honestly, I think
the story is fine.
We're gonna wind up with an overall better game, just because of the complaints, or more so the complaining that we've been doing. You know, the things that we've been asking for, and shit like that.
I just walked away from here, you loyalists, and you were dead. You bastard. Yeah, I think it does. I think it's gonna make things a worlds better, you know, after it's all said and done. But yeah, I don't think it's, you know, to change the story, because, you know, they gotta pull that darkness thing together for the next game at some point. They gotta start, you know, focusing on what that's gonna be.
They definitely.
That's gonna be like that's the Reapers for Mass Effect, man. Like that's gonna be a system-wide problem. Like, not just something that, you know, we're gonna have to deal with. The Cabal are gonna see that. The Fallen are gonna see that. The Hive, like, all of us are gonna face the darkness.
Fucking interlaced with the darkness than any other race. So I think we won't really be beefing with them. Well, they won't be beefing amongst themselves.
No, I think they definitely are, but I think that the darkness is allowing them to kind of do their thing with the hopes of, you know, using them with an end. I think the darkness is going to swoop them fools up, and they're not even going to have control over their own selves, and it's going to be something that they don't want. That's what I hope. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're being forced. I mean, not the yeah, that's the Taken. That's what I'm thinking of. My fault. That's no, both. Well, because the Taken are kind of Oryx's thing, but I mean, like, the Hive are, you know, they got that sword logic and their whole way of thinking. I think that the darkness is gonna come and be like, all right, you know, you've done good, but now we're running this shit. Fuck your sword logic. Well, everything that you stand for and what you're doing, we're wiping that clean because the darkness runs this, and they're not gonna like it. Like, they want to keep themselves, you know, not just completely be the darkness or whatever it is. That's what I hope. I hope that they don't. I just hope it's like I'm saying, I hope everybody has to deal with it, and they're dealing with it in their own way. Like, but it's so overwhelming that no one's really winning.
Amongst all the races would be something interesting, and for us to have a
something that hasn't been done.
Yeah, definitely.
But Jesus, loyalists, you're just ridiculous.
Yeah, they love taking that standard from you guys.
They are loyal, man.
I've been shocked at what's been going on, and I'm gonna blame it 100% on Max. Fucking solely on his shoulders. When people sit here and come check the stream out, and they be like, "Why the fuck were y'all stuck there for so long?" I'm gonna say that we did it because we needed the time so we could talk about shit. But really, what I'm gonna say is that Max is fucking up. We would have had it, but you know, it's fucking nigga Max. You know how he do.
If these bastards would just die all at once when they're supposed to, in a group, it's like I just use the super on all of you, and then somebody sneaks through. Like, really, dude? Like, I don't get that. I do. He doesn't want to die. He's just like, he's got self-preservation. But seriously, dial it back a little bit. I'm gonna need you to die a little more often.
All right, let's switch it up. How about one of you motherfuckers go, and I'll sit here and hold this down over here.
Yeah, the Titan might help out. I'll be back. Oh, where is it?
Yeah, you're going to Blades.
All right.
Max, cover the middle. I'll cover the sides.
But yeah. Oh, so with that whole thing, and also with the Charlemagne business, there's supposed to be oh, here it is. A new species or a new race. So something else that we haven't really seen since the Taken kind of showed up in the spliced Fallen. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, you know, the other ones from before, they weren't technically new races or whatnot, but you know, you kind of get what I'm saying. But yeah, they're supposed to be, and if any of you remember in the House of Wolves, not House of Wolves, the Iron Lords DLC, I can't think of what it was called.
Rise of Iron?
Yeah, Rise of Iron. So now, if you remember in the Rise of Iron DLC, there was a part where Saladin was talking about things that Rasputin unleashed on them in order to keep the Iron Lords from, you know, basically getting to Siva. he starts talking about these constructs and frames and things. Frames are basically kind of like what the guy that helps out Shax, the robot with the horns and stuff like that. He's a frame. He's part of the what do they call it, Red Jacks or something like that?
Yes.
They are going to be the type of things that we're going to be fighting. So essentially, we think it's going to be more of like a machine, like, you know, robots type species, like giant type of things based on that. Sounds cool.
It definitely
Totally,
does.
yeah. I like that idea, and I would really love it if some SIBA showed back up with that. Like, I'm really pulling for a SIBA comeback. SIBA 2.0 would be so cool.
I wouldn't mind it.
Hell yeah. Terminator, yeah, dude, like a way more evolved form of SIBA? No. That would be great. Like, but yeah, so that's cool. That's sweet ass news. Something I hope is true.
Yeah, well, we got a lot. We got a lot on the horizon for the new year. Obviously, you know, Destiny and Bungie themselves already announced some of the stuff that they know they need to change up and they need to take care of. So let's just hope for the best and, you know, continue to enjoy the game. For those who do, those who've already left, we wish you well. And if you come back, I'm gonna curse you out. Nah, I'm.
Yeah, right.
When you do come back.
We're going to make you have a Masterworks weapon to participate, and you won't have one.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to bust that ass in Christmas. But, yeah, you know, definitely, you know, like I said, we're all hoping for the best.
yeah.
But with that being said, I think we've pretty much covered everything today. Be on the lookout this week. We're probably going to be on Destiny quite a bit just because of Faction Rally and or Iron Banner or the mixture of both.
Yep.
So check out for the streams if you guys want to join in and have some fun with us. Get down with the fuckery. You're definitely more than welcome.
Tons of that. Tons of that old fuckery.
I will be coming up with creative names for said fuckery. So be on the lookout for that.
And everything in between, most definitely. And then, you know, we'll keep an eye out. We're gonna get better at getting the updates for the weekly updates and whatnot. Get some more Xur news. I ain't gonna lie, I've been slacking on that, but you know, we'll start to bring them back. And more of these comm chatters. That's why we want to do more of these this year, even if it's just like you said, random fuckery. We want to get in. We're gonna start advertising them more to get you guys in them. Potentially, we can maybe do one on a weekend, like at a 7 o'clock, like early, so that we can, you know, actually get like a crowd in here and start, you know, asking you guys questions, because, you know, that's the type of thing we want this to be, you know, a community type thing that people reach out to and, you know, have questions, you know.
Why you got really wrecked? Yeah. So the max. All right, so we lost that one. All right, with that one, guys, I just want to say, you know, thank you so much for checking us out. For those who checked us out this late at night, I appreciate you. And for those who check us out later on through Facebook and all the other means in which we tend to share this at, thanks so much. This is Jay. I'm out. I'll leave it up to Cash and Max to peace out.
Yo, I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. Take it easy. Peace.